Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to Falls Town here in City Skylines. Last episode guys, we got our brand new industry cargo airport all set up. And it's almost in between, give or take a few centimeters, of the 4 industries we have in total in the actual city. Which is amazing, because so much things are now happening. All the industries are able to export. Basically, industry is booming, which is really cool. So what are we doing in today's episode then? Well, we're going to revert back to one of the previous areas worked on in the past. And we're going to add in a brand new residential area, which should be really, really cool. So as always, guys, if you enjoyed this episode and want to see more of Falls Town in the future, then make sure you smash that like button down below. But we are back. And the area in question is down here. I want to finally get some residential, and I'm thinking about turning this whole area here into residential, just so we can take advantage of the park. It kind of runs through the middle, because at the moment it's making 7,000, and if all of this, hold on, there we go, if all of this is residential, they've got to walk through the park. Even if we put a little bit more, I'm thinking about putting some more industry over this side. We'll set up a nice little commercial area this side as well, which continues up to there. And it all kind of just filters everybody to walk through the park, making us lots of cash money moolah in the long run, which is pretty good. We're making 16,000 currently a week right now, and I expect that to rise once we get all this new residential in. But let's kind of go through, well, kind of want to go through what we did last episode. So we got this little airport set in, which is nice. I did a few little tweaks, kind of made it a little bit higher and whatnot, not as crazy. We had some tweaks on this road here, which is now flowing perfectly well as everyone gets to the cargo kind of transport area there. That was a huge success because we had some big backups for there for quite a while. And the industry area as well seems to be flowing just nice. I'm very happy of how all these are turning out. So let's take a look at this area then. We're going to work with this area. Now, when I say work with this area, this whole little section there will be filled. This whole little section here will be filled. And this one's going to be a little bit weird because we have this huge hill and mountain. We might do like a little spirally road that kind of goes up or something like that. Something really cool to try and get in the city. We'll see how it goes. But ultimately, let's design this area. So we're going to keep on with the trees then. And we're going to think of this road going up and this road going up here as being the main kind of entry points via cars. So you don't want to put too much traffic on there. So the entrance point from this road will only be one of them. And we'll bring it up. So we'll bring it up to there. And that's how we get the entrance point there. And then we'll create 2 entrance points over here. So we do one directly here. And we'll also do one, let's go directly there. There we go. So we build off those now. We could actually kind of make this go all the way up, really, to be honest. That's fine. So these 2 kind of inlet roads now, we're going to kind of spiral around, do some cool stuff and whatnot. So if we just kind of build off this here by one there, delete that, and we'll try and spiral and bend these roads around to connect to it somehow, which I think will be really nice. So let's go up by 1. And we'll bring it around like that. And this one will bend. We'll only bend slightly like that. No, because that would look a little bit weird, wouldn't it? How about we just keep it nice, this side nice and simple? But then that's not. It's not as fun, is it? Let me take the snapping grid off this just so I can get like a really nice bend. So if I. Oh, I pressed the wrong button altogether there. So if I did something like that, then put the snapping back on, deleted this, and just made it stick out just a tiny bit, and then take the snapping off again, and then we create a small bend there, back on the snapping grids. There we go, a nice little bend which looks very nice. And the same goes for this. If I was to delete that chunk there, bring this up to here, and then bend it around, nice little spiral. And then we do little roads coming off it. So, we'll get rid of the snapping grid as well. So we can do some nice flowing roads. Because that's really what I want this area to be like, is all nice and flowing. So coming up there, so we'll bend that around. Kind of bend that up. And then we'll have one that sticks out here. Now what we'll have to do in this area as well is make sure that we've got enough paths and stuff so everyone who lives in here can like make their way, walk into various areas. That's kind of what we want to get set up. So that's kind of cool. And now we'll do one here. So that bends round. And these cover this area. Nice! Oh, it's going to be so much fun. Right, this one can come down to there. And then bend like that. And should we get like another one in here somehow? Or should we just bring it off this? Bring that off there. And have that come down like that. Ooh, this is already looking pretty damn tasty if you ask me. So bring this one to there and then bend it round slightly, and then we do a secondary one that comes down like that, and then off that bring it down. It's pretty sweet, isn't it? I like that. Right, so we'll kind of design this area first, and then we'll get some path right now and connect all the various areas up that we want to connect up. So we got to make sure that we intertwine these little areas. Bring that straight down. We're going to make connections in everywhere we can, because that will be ultimately beneficial for us, and because we've got to make sure that everybody, because if it's too far away from, for example, the park, they'll just usually get in a car and then just drive. And we don't want that at all. So we'll bring this to here, to there. And then we'll bring, trying to stay away from some of the kind of zoned areas so we can make sure we can maximize the amount of buildings we could potentially get in. But some areas we will have to like ultimately chop down. That's a cool little one. Alright, bring that straight up there. And then straight down. Ooh, this is good. Do a basic one there. Oh, we gotta do this area too. Can't forget this area. Nice little one there. And they're all connected on that side. I'm very happy with that. Right, let's do this side now. So we'll create a connection that just simply goes up like that. One straight down. There we go. We'll bring a straight down connection here, and that should be fine. Unless we would want to connect them like that, which I think is the best option. So let's start here then. Nice straight simple connection there. And we just do straight simple connections on these ones, because there's nothing too much we need to change or add to this, which is all good. Very impressed. Right, I'm liking this. So this is the first area we got up and running then. Do we have water down here? No, of course we don't. So let's get some water going through. There we go. Now it's all going to be high density. What we should do actually first is maybe zone the area. So a brand new residential area we're getting set up here. We will push it over to all over these areas too. Concord Heights. Do we have that naming before? I know we've got a Concord naming somewhere. It's been a while since I've last done districts like this. So I'm just going to see if I can see another Concord anywhere. I might miss it, to be honest. So if you guys spot it, let me know in the comment section. I just recognize the name Concord as if it's been used before. Unless we had it before and then we got rid of an area. Chestnut. Concord District. Now, there we go. Concord District. So we've got now Concord Heights. Nice. Okay, so we can add some like kind of policies to it if we wanted to. City planning. We could go for like high-tech housing. Do we go that route? I mean, what kind of special residentializations do we have? Self-sufficient. Now, I think we'll make it high-tech housing, right? So high-tech housing turns homes into cooler smart homes, raises land value around them. Right, we'll do that for those. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all we should go for, right? Yeah, it should be fine. Right, okay, so we need to get all the stuff in for this now. So I don't know whether it's going to be best for us to kind of do it like this, or paint the whole area. Let's just kind of get the big chunks down. Also as well, do I push it into like, because we have like stuff here, we really should, shouldn't we? Push it into the park a little bit so people who live on the like in those houses have really good views of the parks. But for that, I'm going to have to make sure that we push the district back a bit. I feel like I'm going to have to do the painting for this. It's so much more easier, right? Right, actually, let's pause it a second so I can paint it all in. We'll push the district back. We'll get probably get some schools in here as well. It's going to be a really cool area. Might see a little bit of traffic to begin with while the people move in for the first time. But that's all good. We don't mind that. Because it should die down fairly quickly. As people then will choose to start walking. Right, we'll bring it up to there, to that point. Or no, we'll bring it down to here, to there. Nice. Okay. Right, it's going to be quite a cool area. So let's kind of push over the zoning a little bit now. There's a tiny bit in. Ooh, so all the housing in here is also of a certain level. Right, we keep that going. So Concord Heights is going to be up and running for the very first time. I'm excited for this. So we have to work or figure out what type of road we want to put around this then. This is going to remind me of like the Hollywood Hills where like rather than doing a grid format, they've literally built the road wherever the land will allow them to place it. That's kind of what we're going to have to do as well. Right, let's fast forward. It's surrounded by the park as well, so I bet you like the leisure on this. Oh, that's not leisure. Where's leisure? There we go. It's going to be... Is that my leisure? Do we not get like a radius, a zone? Land value? I mean, land value is pretty high anyway, so there's nothing much we need to kind of do with that. Right, anyway. So we're fast forwarding then. This is going to throw all these buildings in, which we should see at some point a ton of traffic enter its way in. So it might take a while anyway, because you know, it's just one of those things. You gotta wait for the buildings to build, the residents to move in. But we should start to see then a ton of people just from this area alone start using the park to get into where currently all the shops and stuff are. It's gonna be a very, very cool area. And then once we got it all built up, we'll then drop all the trees in between all the little nooks and crannies and like kind of get all this area looking pretty damn sweet. Right, let's take a look at this next area then, because this is going to be quite the challenge. So I'm thinking, right, we've got the snapping grids off at the moment. So if I use this road, and we'll do our best to kind of bend it around. I don't know whether this is going to be the best method for us. But we'll see. It's more this here. That's kind of very, very high, isn't it? Oh, these guys not have power? For real? Oh, yeah, they're not fully connected, are they, really? Okay. So the only power they're getting is solely from these little sections there. Right, okay. We have to do something to fully connect them. So, where's the city park? We'll get these little buildings here. And some way, somehow, we need to connect them. So that doesn't do what I want. Where's the closest connection zone for it? It's there. Could be here. As much as I don't want to, I'm going to have to, just for now, place this. Now give those guys all the power they need. Right, anyway, back to this. Because I'm not liking this at the moment. So if I was to select you... Well, you... Select a lot of this. Road. And then see what happens. Oh, is that too much? I feel like it's too far over, isn't it? So what we'll do is, as it bends there, there we go. Is that now a little bit less harsh? Yeah, and then we can have the buildings that kind of like, if you live here, you overlook this little city part there, which is going to look pretty damn cool. So that's kind of the outskirt road there. And we do like a nice little cool little bending road going up. I feel like it would be like pretty damn dope. How flat is this surface? It's not like dramatically flat. But should we see what we can get in terms of like a little loop up there? Because if you live up here, guys, you are part of the rich and famous. So nice little loop there. Oh, the building's going to be so good on top of this hill. I'm telling you this right now. Right, we've got to create something cool now. So what we'll do is, we'll do a road to there, which will start here. So is it best to do it this way? Reminds me of what's it? Lombard Street in San Francisco. This does now. Right, we kind of get this in to this point. It's not perfect anyway. Shape of. No, I didn't, Siri. Did you hear Siri then for a second? Did I accidentally summon her? The question is, or the answer is, no, I didn't. Right, it's not perfect. Let me just kind of go back a bit. We're doing good up to that point. It's just because it was a little bit close. Right, there we go. So it's just one of those roads that had to go like that, if you think of it like that, because of the way of the landscaping was. That's going to be so damn cool. Oh, that is so cool. Right. Let's finalize it up a little bit now. We have a few little roads up here. So we've got one there. There we go. Alright, nice. And then we need to kind of finish everything else up. So people are now moving in. You can see the highways are being used. Cars are coming in, making their way, being dispersed quite nicely. This is pretty damn dope. So you're making 22,000 now a week. 24,000 a week. And that's got to be, as you can see, the amount of people walking in the park. It's 100% got to be because of that. So let's go back to the natural kind of roads and connections now in. So we'll create one just here. We'll connect this one directly up there. And should we have those as the only two connections in to this area? I mean, it keeps the traffic flowing, right? And this is going to be like why this area is like heavily kind of picked by the rich and famous because of how unique this area is, right? Look at it. It is pretty cool, isn't it? It is pretty cool, this area. Just think about when we gotta get all the little path and stuff in on here. That's gonna be cool. Right, this here now then. I've been thinking about this bit for like since we got this area in. Is just creating a little loop back like that. As it kind of creates a little cul-de-sac kind of route. And I think that's as much as we will want to add in. Anything more, anything extra will probably slightly ruin this area. But this is cool. This is very, very cool. Only 2 entry points. Which is pretty... I'll go with that. So let's look at then the paving. So a nice little path. It gets added in there. We'll do a shortcut path just here. So again, we gotta maximize how we're allowing people to access this area. The more path connections possible, the more people are going to use the park. So we'll bring this connection directly up. There we go. Get one in over here as well. And then we're going to want stuff like doing little ones in between. So maybe one here. So you can walk straight down into there. And then for stuff like here. Now, do I do a dirt path for this? A gravel path? Because it's now going up the hill. As if you were hiking. I feel like that's the best method, right? That looks kind of dope, doesn't it? Oh my goodness me. And that's how it's all connected, like little paths like that. And then we can do one over here as well. Simple one there. That's connected like that. We get connections like this. Oh, this is so cool. There we go. And we should do some on this side as well. So even if they're not used as as intended, it's just a nice kind of little way to get the folk walking. It really does remind me of the Hollywood Hills. It just has that vibe. And then we just get one just here. It's pretty solid. Right then, they all little twist and wind round and stuff like that. That's all good. All good, all good. Well, it's a 30,000 a week, 41,000 a week in now income. There's got to be a lot of people using these parks, right? The amount of people walking across that bridge there is crazy. Right, there we go. Cool little area that we now have set up. Very, very cool little area. Right, let's get the piping in. So let's bring it down to here. Bring it across. Glorious piping job. connect it all up so the water flows nicely. Yeah, boy. Right. So, does this deserve its own like zone? Because we have Concord Heights, which Concord Heights can continue around here. But then once you enter that little squiggly little road, Concord Heights stops. And then a brand new area, Birch Square, nah. Park District, nah. Cherry Hills! Oh, hello, Cherry Hills. We'll be seeing you. So this is now Cherry Hills. And Cherry Hills basically goes... Let's get the smaller one here. So Cherry Hills basically touches this road. Only this side. And then as of this part, as of that road there, it stops and everything on this side becomes the Concord District. Because at that point there, you can kind of make the argument it's too far away, the entry point to Cherry Hills. And we kind of want Cherry Hills to be that high-tech as well. So all high-tech housing is where, you know, the rich of the rich all live in here and stuff like that. It's kind of dope, isn't it? Right, okay, so we need to get the residential now all in. So let's use the bucket tool as much as we can on the big pieces. You know, where we can do the majority of the work. I won't place any there. And then everything else now is going to be painted. So we'll keep it paused. It's going to be interesting to see this area. I want to see what this area is going to be like when it's fully built up here. Because it's going to be kind of like these buildings, isn't it? I don't know whether to go with those. That style. Or whether we choose eco. You know what? We're going to choose eco housing. I've changed my mind. We're going to design this whole area eco. Alright, we get the majority of it in. Alright, just going to do that bit there. So where don't we have it in? Just down here. So paint it all in. The bits that I don't want, sorted, mate. And we'll do it only so far down to here. That's good by me. Oh, we get this area in. I think I did unzone that area, didn't I? Right, that's in. How far does that district stretch? Nice. So, yeah, Cherry Hills then. One is going to be self-sufficient buildings. We will make it... Right, combustion engine ban. We'll do that. What's this here? No loud noise. Boost connections, no. High-rise ban. Let's do a high-rise ban as well. Alright, let's keep it like that. It'd be quite interesting to see what type of buildings now kind of flourish from the area. Well, we have all the paths connected so they can walk, you know, to wherever they need to go. It's going to be quite cool to see. So this park, Emerson Hill, 16,000 in income a week. Nice. A lot more people are now using it. And now we get this area in. A lot more people are going to still be using it, which is going to be so cool to see. This area is going to be flourishing, boys. Flourishing. And I can't wait to see how this now turns out with this extra path and stuff in and, like, you know, swirly little roads. Such a cool area. Right, we've seen them bridges being used. Yeah, boy. Everyone's walking to and from work. It's mainly on these bridges, isn't it? Oh, it's mainly these bridges that kind of go into this area. All the commercial side. This is all industry. I mean, we'll have some more industry on this side as well and put some bridges over. Right, we're kind of making our way now up the hill, as you can now see. All the buildings have been placed in. So once all the buildings are in, we'll fill the gaps in with trees and stuff like that. These type of trees, because that's kind of the you know, the nature of the area. So it all fits in just nicely. I'm very interested to see what type of houses are going to get built here. Because we did kind of put a high-rise ban on, but it's like kind of like semi-high-rise buildings, like small little kind of apartment blocks with. Would you say that's solar panel on top? Yeah, which is kind of cool. Do you know what you do kind of see as the Hollywood Hills? Like, you know, some of the buildings are a couple of stories high. Maybe not as many stories as this, but then this area here is not. I can't remember where I draw the line again now. But we'll see as it all gets added in. I might actually get rid of the high-tech housing just so it's eco-housing. How does that then change it? Will it put us to the smaller versions of the house? Yeah, everything's now updating and changing, isn't it? What's coming from the ashes of some of these buildings? What I kind of want is the houses that we have over here. Now, what this is... What area is this? Hold on. Washington Square. Ah, that's because it's the low density ones. Gotcha. So do I switch up this whole area for low density? I wish we could do like a bigger square. Don't you? Right, we'll replace them all in because I know the style that I'm trying to go for, and it's going to be worthwhile in the end. So just waiting for these houses to disappear. And we'll start doing it up here anyway. Some of that eco-friendly housing in, boy. You know, because that's what we want. So yeah, already I can see it happening exactly how I want it to. Because it looks so weird having that high rises on all on this hill. This is more Hollywood themed. So got it all in there. All looking good. Just wait for them to build it. Yeah, there we go. Exactly what I want. Okay, anyway, 61,000 a week in income. 17,000 gone up there for Emerson Hill Park. Nice. Starting to see more cars now making their way in as they move into the brand new kind of housings that we just placed down. These will eventually go, these buildings. They eventually demolish themselves. So I'm not too worried about that. Everyone using this little path here? I don't know. Ooh, what's that there? A cougar. It's eating. I forgot they have like cougars roaming around. I honestly forget what some of the base game features are in this. It's kind of funny, isn't it? Right. With that area now in, all the vehicles are now coming in to move the folks in, the peoples in. See, our population's up to 263,000. I think it's time then to place down some of those trees. So those big tall trees, which are these ones. Let's do a... how big's that large brush stroke? Oh, we're going to do brushes here, haven't we? So these trees, yeah, make the brush size a little bit bigger. So literally all the little nooks and crannies, we fit them in. Because this is the theme of this area. Get all those little trees in down there. No, it's got to play it cool. How are we going to be doing this area right now? Because you don't want too many in, but you want enough in. I feel that's the right side, well, the right brush for it. And you get down here, get a little bit thicker. And then we try and make it as natural as possible. Get a lot of bushes now in. Smaller trees in. Just to add that little bit of depth. There we go. The hill is looking delicious. Absolutely delicious. And now we have these little eco homes in. What if I change this now to be high-tech housing, considering it's low residential? Does it change anything? I don't suppose it would, but it'd be interesting to see what would happen. And also, some of them are now starting to upgrade as well. So obviously these are only like level 1 upgrades. We've got to go away to level 5, which will kind of then end up looking like these. Nice little houses. Look how nice some of these houses look there. Like big glass windows and stuff in. Looks good, doesn't it? Right, where are we? We're over here. So we have a few little garbage issues, but then we've just got like 5, garbage trucks about to enter in now. Let's drop off traffic lights on these roads that connect in. So we can have, the flow to continue. And there we go. Flow continues just nicely. What's the park saying now then? 19,000 in income. It's pretty good, isn't it? It is pretty good. I'm liking Cherry Hills. Look at these little houses there. That's definitely a Hollywood Hill house that you see at the start before it goes into like the kind of multi-million-dollar mansions. You definitely see those. That's a high density one. Is it? Oh yeah, it is a high density one. We'll keep it there because I kind of like the style of it. And the cars are now wiggling their way up the road as well, which is pretty cool to see. Because no one's actually moved into this little section yet, have they? That's something car owners realised. No one's actually physically moved into this area. So they're coming in now, which is good to see. And then we'll start seeing them using the path and stuff around. Right, what's going on over here then? We've got a few cars parked up here. Good stuff. A lot of people walking down there, as you can now see. Been doing their shopping, boys. A few people starting to use these paths, walking the dog. Yeah, borderline looks like a horse. That's as close as I can get it in? Yeah. It kind of looks like a horse, that dog. Very weirdly enough. Right, anyway. It's going good, it's going good. Right, we'll let the vehicles make their way in. Let them do what they gotta do. We've still got many, many more kind of places to kind of get set up. But it's going very, very well. Very, very well. So let's see if we can spot any other issues in the city at the moment. So the farm over here is still complaining. Not enough raw materials. Not enough buyers for products. They're complaining for days. It never ends. So we could be able to need to build more crop-based stuff, right? So I'm in the wrong section here. Industry, farming. So more crop-based, large crop field. We can actually fit some in. So let's get them on this road here. So if I drop 2 there, 1 there. Can't squeeze any just there because it's too high. Right, let me just look around. Right, 1 there. A couple there. So we've got quite a few more crop fields now in. So hopefully that will give this farming area all the stuff they need. We'll see how that kind of progresses. How's this little town over here doing? They got some really nice kind of housing, haven't they? I bet you they're loving living here. I bet you they really are. This is doing well. Still amazing little cargo airport. How much power is that producing? Enough to keep this whole area going. The oil situation. So we've only got one complaint, which is from this building. Is it that building? No, this building here. Not enough buyers for products. That's probably because... Oh, there we go. It's solved. Nice. A few little traffic congestion issues here, and it's mainly down to this building there. So hold on, let me cancel that, and let's see a better place to put it. So we need somewhere that... Oh, here's perfect. Right, let's drop this in. Over... No, actually, no. Let's cancel that, and we'll build a new road for it. So we'll have this. So we could connect this up like a loop, almost like a loop like that, and then move this building just simply there. Frees up that traffic because it's backing up the people who want to get, you know, cross and stuff like that. So that kind of solves that problem. Just obviously give it time to run through. How much profit is this now making? 63,000 a week. The farm is making 15,000 a week. The ore place is making 26,000, and the forestry 18,000. They're all making profit. All making profit. What about the terrible traffic jams we had here? It's still, I mean, it's a very populated road, but it's flowing perfectly. Again, I think this was a brilliant road as well to get through. It stopped everybody going up here and then back around and down, causing traffic issues. Dramatic traffic issues, should I say, over here. And now this is looking like a problem too, and I got a really simple solution. So we upgrade it to a 2-laner. Just tell it that this road can't turn there, and then everybody coming from this way goes that way, and then that, even though the traffic's now kind of dispersed, it keeps it flowing, right? Yes, boys. Do we need to upgrade that to a 2-laner? I feel like it's okay. Well, solves that slight issue. So everyone should now be all physically moved in, right? And we still got a load of cars on the way down. Yeah, we still do. Oh yeah, our population's still boosting quite high. So that's probably down more to the fact that all the buildings are upgrading ridiculously fast. So the population's boosting that way. These paths. Anybody using these, as I can see? It's more you would see these ones being used. Yeah, there's one there, a couple there. A couple over here using it too. Okay, Emerson Hill. 27,000 a week profit. That's crazy. That is crazy. That's a lot of cash money moolah, profit-wise. So we can have a few issues now for services. So why don't we set up a small little police station for these guys? Or we could do a large one. We'll go for a larger one. So a larger one. We'll squeeze these in, which will be the best option to like wiggling up that hill. There. Here. I mean, nothing better than being on... It's nothing really much is going to kind of solve it. We'll kind of do it here on this little intersection. So we'll do a police one there. We'll do a fire station. This side. Did that delete any path? Luckily, no. It didn't. There's a bit of path there. So police, fire station. We'll do a health kind of clinic now. We could do like a really big hospital. Or maybe we go for like a smaller city hospital, which is a little bit bigger. But this is something that we can design stuff around. So we do like a little hospital just there. And then we'll kind of build around it in the future. Right, I didn't realize how dramatically high this area is now getting. It's all bumpy and wavy. Interesting. Can we use the smooth tool for this? I think we need to go a little bit bigger on the smooth tool. Bring this smoothing a little bit further down. How about we stick that out to about there. Then smooth it. It's not as bad now. I mean, yeah, it's not as bad now. See how that kind of goes. But yeah, the population is boosting dramatically. And how's it handing up here? Because this is a brilliant kind of junction almost, isn't it? Spirals in, and you can either choose to go straight over or round on the roundabout. Are we having any dramatic traffic issues anywhere in this city at this point? So we've got some here, which, yeah, I can see that being a problem, a huge problem. But it is the main flow... Ooh, down here too. It is the main flow-through area, isn't it? So what if we made life a little bit easier for some of the folk? So where that's an exit, this can be an entrance just for this area. That might take some heat off there. So there's an exit just there. Would we want to turn like another entry point in somewhere? Because we got some slight issues here and there now. Right, it'd be nice to have like an entry point down here somewhere. So what if I turn this pretty much in a two-way highway? Just that connection to there. Alright. And we make sure... There we go. Simple. We're going to bridge the path over now. And that creates another little inlet road there. So we'll see how that goes. Because it could, like, everybody who's coming down and backlogging just down here right now, they could choose to instead come down here and filter into that way. It'd probably be worth us creating a road that connects up to it as well. Alright, we'll see how this goes. So what, wait, okay, what's here then? Ah, it's a high school. Okay, we'll put the high school here instead. Alright, pause it quickly a second. Just paint down the new zoning. Get a path there connected where it originally was. So that creates a connection to this road. So anybody who was here and wanted to get over there, rather than coming down here, down, cross, and then up, can just cut through. Changes the traffic flow a little bit, which is kind of solved there. But you can now see it's dramatically being placed over here. So we now got a new inlet road, which saves that area. Inlet road there, which saves that area too. It's just waiting for this backlog of traffic to make their way through the city. So we can make things, again, semi-easier. We can say that this is solely a turn only, so people get into their correct lanes a lot earlier. Same for this. So this is solely a turn road there. So it will sort out that flow a lot sooner. So a lot of traffic is just trying to get through to up into this junction. So these small improvements, it just takes time until we start seeing them evolve. And it's probably also a good idea to have the road kind of connect up at the back here. So why can't I do it? There we go. So rather than if you wanted to go there to here, driving around, there's a simple connection just there. Makes life a little bit easier, doesn't it? It's pretty much what it does. So again, it will take a few moments for the traffic to clear and to flow. Well, it's definitely moving. It's just this little junction here everyone's trying to filter in. So it's all cleared up down there, perfectly fine. People are going out at the top there, perfectly fine. Just waiting for all this to filter again. So it's clearing up at this point now. Just got to wait for this to kind of ultimately move as well again. So everyone's trying to turn, go into their, you know, certain areas. We do have dictation on here, don't we? Yes. So everyone's trying to make that turn just there. Because everybody wants to get into this area. And everybody here just wants to go straight on. So what about for now? We put traffic lights on for just a second or two. And then just wait for the, like, you know, the build up to go and then everyone moves. Because it will also get the traffic moving as well. So we're going to cause a traffic jam just to make certain traffic flow. Alright, we'll take it off now. So here, we need to make sure that that's going in the right lane. Oh, I didn't press the right button. There we go. So we're going to need a way for that traffic that's coming in to filter into this way a little bit easier, don't we? Because it's trying to cross over and then it causes backlogs up to there. So what could we potentially do to kind of solve that? These are the things that we need to think of. Because this traffic is a little bit too much. At this point, isn't it? So I don't think building a bridge over, but then again we could do something like that. And that actually might be a cool thing to add in. We'll see how this works. So if I went down to here and then bridged this up, how much can I get away with it? Space already occupied. Oh yeah, there is a... Right, we're going to pause it a second because this is going to be very dramatic. Right, bulldoze, bulldoze. So we're coming out of here. And ooh, if you can connect it to that road there, that would be kind of cool, wouldn't it? But we need to come down. So what if we delete that? Right, this could work. It's very dramatic, but you can see how this traffic issue is evolving. So let's bring it all down. There we go. Zoning. We did have... hold on. So we did have a crematorium around about here somewhere. So we'll get that back down in as well. Again, how many crematoriums you got in this area? There is a couple. So okay, we won't put it down then. Right, with that now happening, let's check out this lane stuff. So we could say that this lane here goes left and straight on, and then filters straight down into that area. I don't know how much traffic it will cause. Let's just hope everybody wanting to turn now can. So a couple of cars are going that way. Is there traffic lights here? Oh, let's remove the crossing. That's what we don't want. Oh, which one is it now? Junction restrictions. Alright, no crossing on any of those roads there. So not every vehicle is going to use this, but every vehicle that does, you can see what happens. It's one less vehicle for this section here. Now everyone's coming up here to turn in. So could we do the same again for this? Create a filter road out? This is where we think about then at this point connect it up to the highway system. But it's one of those things. I'm going to see what happens as time passes on. So we'll kind of look at it before next episode. But it's clearing the flow a little bit, but we need another outlet road. We need something that kind of connects down to here, whether it's like a bridge or a tunnel or something like that. That's kind of what we need. Because as good as these little kind of areas and stuff we're setting up here, this is the kind of issue we're having. So if all this traffic going out, which is heading to the highway, could be filtered out to the highway, maybe via this road over to there or wherever it may be, perfect. But we're going to have to see. So this area is looking good then. Pretty much all now set up. What are these level buildings? They're still upgrading. They're still slowly getting there. We're still getting a ton of residential population boost incoming. But that's more down to the fact that the buildings are upgrading. Lots and lots of peeps are coming in. Emerson Hill making 34,000 now a week as a gazillion people walk across these bridges to get to those areas. How sweet is this? So we're going to end it for here, guys. Hope you did enjoy this episode. If you did, smash that like button down below. And until next time, I'll see you all soon. So good. Bye.